from somewhere, and maybe they'll get it from this massive crowd. But the Tianhe Stadium is bursting now with must be 30,000-40,000 here, as the early substitution is made in the second half with Amirov coming on for Kyrgyzstan. And we're underway in the second half. Well, I think we're in for an interesting time next 45 minutes with the referee. If he can keep control on this match, keep some kind of lid on it, because it's threatening to boil over. And there is early foul, second half. But 3 cautions issued to Kyrgyzstan: Baidamov, Ablakamov and Horoshinov, and 1 for China with Song Bozhuan. Well, I think he was a little unlucky. He was called for diving, but there seemed on the replay to be a foul on him. But anyway, 4 yellows in the first half, and it's got a bit willing. Such is the frustration China are feeling. Oh, that was close. Some confusion in defence. There's Zhao Hongli running into his teammate Zhang Linpeng, and it all but presented a chance to Horoshinov. It's got a corner, and an immediate moment of concern for Zhang Shichang. And he punches it well clear out past the area. Sidorenko, the goal scorer from the first half, whose corner it was. We've got a Kyrgyzstan player down in the goal mouth, and it's the captain, Bamatov. And he's got a knock to the face. Checking the jaw and the cheekbone. Is there any blood? No, there isn't. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with you, but up you get. On you go. He's a little bit of a target, because he makes a target of other players. The Chinese team are keen not to take any nonsense from him. Bamatov, he's a hard man. Zhang has reefed that downfield. Know that Kyrgyzstan will be successful trying to defend a 1-goal lead for the next 42 minutes. They've got to do more than that. They've got to try and find a method of keeping the ball in the Chinese half. That's the best way to defend. Song away from one. Song on top of the area, it comes once more, stepping back into the traffic. That was a bit of a mistake from Maida Zhang. As tough as he is, he should have taken this the other way, and he stepped into trouble in the form of Amirov, the new man on. It's a free kick. This was exactly the spot from which Kyrgyzstan scored in the 5th minute of the match. Came off a rebound from the wall. Would history dare to repeat itself? Agapov, not sure this doesn't penetrate his net. And the defenders do their job. Oh, what a beautifully weighted ball. But Wu Si, they closed in on him at the last second, and he couldn't get a meaningful shot away. Needed to be more decisive. Took too long. And that was good defence in the end, one has to say. Corner for China. And they're laying on the pressure. Keeper comes. Punches into vacant area. Another ball sent in low. This time from Piao Cheng. Lining up to take ensuing header. Weng Zhanhong. but at that angle, that pace, couldn't really test the keeper, and it was off target. Dipped at the end. Quite athletic to get it anywhere near the goal. Hong. Song Boswan did well. Away from 1-0, another promising build-up here. Only two in the box, and it's a kick clear by Blagomov. Rounded up now by Song. Spaces in the extremities of the park here to play with. And Matajang, low ball in. Should be finished. Oh, it's over the top. Another chance wasted. How many do they want? Early days, second half. And utter disappointment for Wang Zhonghang. He was the one who had the header a moment or two ago. This was a much better chance. And he has spurned the opportunity to make it 1-1. What did he do here? He's bounced, hit it on the half volley, and over the top she goes. Well, we've had 20 minutes of action in 6. Let's hope for more of this. It'll be a very exciting second half. It'll whiz by. China look in the mood to apply the pressure. Seen a lot of promising signs from them. They just hadn't had any luck in front of goal. They need a cool head. Sometimes the criticism of Asian football on the world stage is that it's their finishing. Nobody questions their fitness or knowledge of the game, their tackling, their passing. It's the finishing. And that's just a collision of bodies. There'll be no foul there. Lee Kai looks up. And the referee's got it absolutely right. Ali Shaban. We've seen some big scores in the tournament already, and that indicates that there are some players here who really do know how to take a chance. But against top-class international teams, it's sometimes folks from other parts of the world say the Asian players still need to develop in terms of being able to sniff out and take a goal-scoring opportunity. That's exactly that China needs to do now. Here's the bounce of the ball. There's a kind one, and there's that being pulled back. And Wang Zhuanhong's not sure why. He wants to make up for his earlier miss. Has that been ruled a handball? That's all I can think of, and that was ball to hand, not hand to ball. You'll appreciate the difference if you're a football fan. Eight minutes gone, second half. Liu Peng. Red shirts gather around Zhao Honglu, and they'll find a way out, and they'll get a throw in by Matov. Sends it out. That's gone over the byline, surely. Indeed it has. Brave effort from Song Boswan, but that ball had too much on it. So goal kick. And Agapov will just settle it all down for a moment at least. I don't think it'll be long before he's got the ball close to him once more from this persistent Chinese attack. Zhang Yicheng. The Chinese goalkeeper would love to take back that moment from the 5th minute. Mind you, I don't know that there'd be a keeper in the world who could have stop the cracking drive from Sidorenko after the partially blocked free kick. Driven along by Zhang. Sidorenko. Amarov. Oh, nutmegs. Pulls it back, nobody's there. And that was not quite the right option. He'd done so well to get as far as he did. And then picked out an area of no support. Piao-Cheng. 10 gone, second half. Still no change to the half-time score. Li Kai loses out in the corner, but throw-in is China's. Wang. Long ball. Header to the feet of Agapov. Songbo's one. Unmarked back header, and can't really put pace on that. They've got a 3-on-3 there for a moment. And the referee doesn't see anything there. It's his play on. Taking it forward now, Amarov. Keeper comes, Zhang Xicheng. Here's Sidakov. Oh, just pushed aside really there by Wu Zi. And I think Sidakov's got a case here. Where's the foul? No. Great crowd in now. See if China can draw on that. An unselfish header, but it was misdirected. And it's cleared now by Mulajanov, Sidorenko and Amarov. China just lacking that confidence or correct decision making in that final third. And Blackamov plays it back casually, as though he had all the time in the world, and they don't. Oh, bad turnover that one. Agapov came off his line. China just keep teasing and testing, but without scoring. Pulling the defence this way and that, and they just have no luck at the moment. Well, that was the earlier non-decision, if you will, by Ali Shaban on the tackle. It's a very physical game and a difficult one to referee for Ali Shaban. Going to make a change. Kyrgyzstan. Muzayev in 10 is about to join the battle. Sidorenko. And the flag is up. And the substitution is about to happen. So Roshanov is coming out of the play. And we've got one for China as well, with Zhang Jian about to come in. So off comes Horoshinov and Muzayev in 10. And add some fresh legs. Good luck, he says. See if you can nurse this one home. China with over 60% of possession in that first half, but no percent of the goals. China playing it along the deck beautifully. They really are making some delightful runs. Oh, they just can't wake the pass. Throw in though. There's an inevitability and inevitability about China scoring. It's the feeling in the stadium. Surely it's going to come. You can't have this much possession, this many chances in and around the 18-yard area and not score. Zhang Linpeng. Captain's had a quiet, steady hand in defence. Song. And now second substitution. This one for China as Zhang Jian comes on to replace Song Buzwan. He's had a good game, Song. But that's all there'll be for him. Zhang Jian. Another forward from Sichuan. Sidorenko appeals for handball, and the referee agrees with that interpretation. We'll see. Here's Zhang, new man on. Piao Chang. Nothing wrong with that. They have looked pretty good on the flanks, China, before working it back inside. That's a better build-up. That comes to nothing. Spoke too soon. Lu Peng. Now Li. Well done from Sheretov. There's hardly a player out there who at one time or another hasn't had to receive some attention. They've all taken a battering in this most physical of encounters. China with the corner. And still it won't fall. Wang Junwang was trying to caress it gently to the deck so he could get a shot away. Trying to chest it down and not happening. They must remain patient. Maida Zhang. No. Not unhappy with the thought. Just a fraction too much on that long ball delivered in his direction. Push there from Sidorenko. Free kick. China. Lu Peng. Tiring Kyrgyzstan defence, offering a few open receptions. A header from Li Kai. If it was indeed off his head, not much on it. And easily caught by Agapov. Some way. get more and more anxious as the minutes and seconds tick by. Almost 20 gone in the second half. No change to the score. There's been no change since the 5th minute. It's hard to imagine a team being as dominant as China have been since that early score against them and not scoring. And that might say something about their composure and execution in that final third. And coming away with it is Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan pulls it back. Well, it was a great solo run, but the defence hustled back, and now the pace of the game and the weariness of the legs mean that there are some open spaces in midfield. That's what we're seeing here. Sidorenko is going to look to close down Maida Zhang. He doesn't. Throw in for China. Zhang wants it. Zhang away from his man. Zhang keeps his feet, squares it across, and it's intercepted by Baimatov, the Kyrgyzstan captain. He knows where to be, and he knows what to do. The substitution in the offing as the shin pads go on. And right now it's a corner opportunity for China. Zhang, the captain, will hope to play his part here. It's a bit deep. Now it's knocked back towards the near post. Uzi. Oh, that was a tough ball to trap well. Lu Peng. That's not what's required. Piao Cheng. Still they come. Back to goal. What can he do? Lay it off. Turn, shoot. No. Too many red shirts there. Sustained pressure coming from China. Surely Kyrgyzstan will crack. 5 Chinese players inside the penalty area. Piao Cheng. Lu Peng. Sidorenko's there. But he can't reach that. It must seem a lifetime ago that he scored. So early in the match. Anxious Kyrgyzstan players, Chinese players watching on. And now the cramps are coming, and we've still got over 20 minutes left. Stretcher comes on to assist this player off the park. The players take a much-needed drink. Temperature in the low 20s. Lu Wenjun is to take part now. So Zhang Jian is on. Lu Wenjun. And off comes Wang Xuanhong. Lu Wenjun, another forward. So it's a striker on for a midfielder. And that tells you the story of what China's situation is. They must score, not just once. Kyrgyzstan defenders look at each other, but they had so much time for a change that they could have that moment of indecision and still get away with it. Sidorenko to Mazayev, and just get it out of there. That's the thinking at the moment for Kyrgyzstan, but it's going to come back pretty quickly. It's a matter of seconds, and they'll be under pressure once more. Delightful. Here's a chance. No, that's just not the first touch you need. Showed too much of it to the defence. Sidikov did likewise, allowing Wuzi to turn it over. In space is Zhang Jian. Crashes into his opposite. And the referee just waves the play on. Kaloitin thinks somebody's hurt, so he says we'll have a pause and play here. And it's his teammate in Ablakamov. Well and truly landed upon the Blackamov by Zhang Jian. Looks like he'll be okay after a moment's recuperation. And he's got to be taken off.